I want to start this review by saying something very important. I see exactly what Zwybia Indie is doing with Dreadway, and I respect the hustle. Because Dreadway is absolutely unapologetically jumping on the co-op horror trend, and honestly, that's not a bad thing when you understand the assignment this well. This is a 4-player co-op, extraction-style, campy horror game that clearly wants to live on Twitch clips, Discord laughter, and that one friend screaming while everyone else runs away. If you've played Lethal Company, R.E.P.O, or Peak, you already know the vibe. If you haven't, imagine teamwork, but bad teamwork, under extreme stress. And Dreadway thrives in that chaos. The setup is simple. You're a wasteland survivor in a frozen post-apocalyptic version of the Alps. Nuclear fallout, deep freeze, monsters everywhere, and your only safe haven is a fuel-powered train that you and your friends call home. And by home, I mean a place that will absolutely burn your corpse for fuel if it has to. You're guided by a trained guardian narrator who explains the situation in just enough detail to make things feel grounded. There is lore here, some story about how the world ended and why you're stuck doing supply runs, but it's clearly not the focus. And that's fine, though I do wish they leaned into it just a bit more. Even some collectible tapes or logs hidden in bunkers would have gone a long way. You're already looting everything that isn't nailed down, why not add some depressing apocalypse podcasts while we're at it? The core gameplay loop is split cleanly into 2 parts. First, the train hub. This is where you prepare for each run. You craft tools, upgrade your character, manage resources, and argue with your friends about who wasted all the scrap last run. It's also where you realize that upgrades are not only impactful, but hilarious. I upgraded my movement speed one time, once, and suddenly I was zooming around the map like I had just discovered caffeine, while my friends were getting absolutely folded by monsters behind me. I wasn't even trying to abandon them, I just accidentally escaped faster. The upgrades feel meaningful, and more importantly, they change how the game feels moment to moment. But they're also intentionally unbalanced in a way that creates comedy. One person becomes the hero, one becomes the liability, and one becomes the sacrifice, which feels very on brand for the apocalypse. Once you're prepared, you head out into the frozen forest. This is where the tension ramps up. Your goal each day is to find a bunker. To do that, you need to locate a password somewhere in the environment while navigating monsters that become significantly more active after dark. Time is pressure, darkness is pressure, and your friends screaming into the mic is also pressure. And then you hit one of Dreadway's smartest ideas. The bunker doors are voice activated. You don't press a button, you don't hold a key, you say the password out loud, which is fantastic until you realize the game is extremely particular about pronunciation. Suddenly, you have 4 people shouting the same word with different accents, different tones, and increasing desperation while something growls behind you. It's frustrating, it's stupid, it's also one of the funniest mechanics in the entire game. Inside the bunker is where Dreadway becomes pure panic. The place is packed with loot, tools, scrap, components, all of which you need to physically carry back to the train. Inventory space is limited, so every run becomes a series of tiny moral dilemmas. Do I grab the valuable item? Do I help my teammate? Or do I sprint back alone like a coward? And the train itself doesn't care what you feed it. Junk works, supplies work, and yes, dead teammates absolutely work, which adds a special kind of tension when someone goes down and you all pause for just a moment too long before saying, "So do we bring them back?" Progression in Dreadway is surprisingly strong. Upgrades don't just make numbers go up, they meaningfully affect how you play. Speed, survivability, tools, utility, it all matters. And because not everyone upgrades the same way, you end up with wildly uneven squads that create constant comedy. One person is sprinting, one person is sneaking, one person is screaming, and one person is already dead. The daily loop stays engaging longer than I expected. There's always another goal, another upgrade, another okay, one more run moment. It's very easy to lose track of time here. Visually, Dreadway knows exactly what it is. The characters are these floppy, Gumby-looking little weirdos with googly eyes that spin wildly in their heads. And it's perfect. Watching your friend panic while their character looks like a confused toy is endlessly entertaining. Animations lean heavily into comedy too. Different running styles, ridiculous emotes, including twerking, because of course there's twerking. Nothing breaks horror tension faster than watching someone twerk at a monster before immediately dying. The environments themselves are simple. Soft shapes, bold colours, not overly detailed. This isn't about realism, it's about clarity and humour, and honestly, That's the right call for a game like this. Sound design is doing a lot of work here, and it mostly nails it. Your own voices are the stars of the show. Communication is mandatory, not optional, and screaming is encouraged. You use voice chat to coordinate, warn each other, and desperately try to open doors. Yes, the voice recognition can be finicky. Yes, it can be annoying when it doesn't register. But those moments almost always turn into laughter rather than frustration. Outside of that, the sound effects are genuinely tense. Creatures growl in the dark, footsteps echo, mines beep just before ruining your day. It creates a constant low level anxiety that works really well with the game's pacing. Where Dreadway really shines, though, is atmosphere. This is one of those games where everything clicks when you have a full squad. The systems come together to create these unscripted moments of panic and comedy that feel completely natural. You'll laugh, you'll scream, someone will die in a stupid way, and someone will absolutely abandon the group. It's a sleep agent game, the kind where you say you'll play for an hour, and suddenly it's very late and everyone is delirious. That said, it's not perfect. The story could be deeper, the environments could use more variety over time, and solo play just isn't where this game shines. It lives and dies on group energy. But as a co-op horror experience, it understands its role perfectly. Dreadway doesn't try to be prestige horror, it tries to be memorable, chaotic, and fun, and it succeeds. Dreadway gets an 8 out of 10. If you enjoy co-op games that thrive on shared panic, bad decisions, and laughing while everything goes wrong, this one's absolutely worth your time. If you enjoyed this review, leave a like and subscribe for more gaming reviews. See you next time.